Hello, today we'll look at a little bit more advanced way of making a reflection. Last time we looked at how to do a reflection when you're shooting a product at eye level. A lot of times you'll have a product that is shot a little bit above eye level. You want to see a little bit of the top, or in this case, you want to see a little bit of the inside of the mug. I've already assembled a reflection based on the technique that I showed you in the last video. You can see here where there is a layer that is a reflection that I have added. I've reduced it to 30%, and I've also used an eraser to have the reflection fade out. So, how do we get this to match up? One of the best ways to do this is to use the transform tool. There are a couple of ways to get to the transform tool. One is to use the shortcut Command T. You can go up to Edit and come down and pick up Free Transform here. You also have a couple of different selections as far as transform tools under the menu here. We'll just go ahead and do the regular transform. If I transform this just regularly, you can see how it's not really going to do much as far as bending to the cup. So what I will do, I will go up to here, and there's a little button that gives you a curve, which is known as the warp tool. Now, I want to bend this selection so that it matches the bottom of the cup, but you can see that it's selected the whole cup, the handle, and everything. So if I go and grab one of these dots on the grid, which are the handles, I can transform the selection. You can see how it's not really going to bend how I want it to, because it's also including the handle in the transformation. I'll hit Command Z to undo that last step, and you can still see where even here, if I'm trying to do just this one side, it's still not working. I will hit return to get out of the transform tool. I will back up and hit Command Z so I'm back to where I was. So what I want to do is only do the part of the cup that is touching the glass or touching the reflection. I'll use the marquee tool, make a quick selection, and you can see where I'm excluding the handle. Now I will go to the transform, Command T, I'll go up, hit the warp tool, and now if I do this, you can see where it's going to be a little bit more symmetrical. And I want to make sure that when I do this, I keep an eye on where my handles are. I'll pull this up just a little bit more this way. Pull this down just a little bit more to start to get a little bit of a curve. A little bit more. You can see how it's starting to bend there. And I wanted to take these edges up just a little bit more. And let's make sure I keep my everything pretty symmetrical here. If you look at where the relationship is to all of these, that's pretty close to where it should be. I'm going to probably do it just a little bit more. Pull this up just a little bit more to get a little bit more of a distortion, and hit return. Now I want to take the whole reflection, not just the area selected, so I'll hit deselect. Go to the move tool. I will slide this up just a little bit. Now you can see how it's starting to match. Now that I've got it pretty close to where I want, I'm going to clean up a little bit of the overlap from the reflection. I will come in and use my lasso tool, hit delete, and now you have your reflection. A better way to make a selection, especially around curved surfaces, is to use the pen tool. We'll look at that in the next video. Hopefully that helped. More to come.